It's Week 13 of the 2024 season, and we've got Miles Jack, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Mounties and the Falcons, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Toronto Mounties and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 15 carries, 53 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. Shifts by him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare bones runs. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They have the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
2nd and 5. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
third down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay, and it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. The playoff picture starting to come into focus. We'll keep you updated on that one as we go along, and the other scores from around the league. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a give here to Pollard. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Gonna run again here with Pollard. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, it's Patterson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. First, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Yeah, it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. He'll drop to throw. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive that deep in their territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt down, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Pollard. And he's got room. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-time field goals. They broke through on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And they're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2nd and 4. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-4. So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can you help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Oh, good move. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I have no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Run for Pollard, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Turned back across his body. Ritter picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. Taking it about the 36. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Toronto's offense ready to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Hand off, running left, Patterson. And a good burst there, gets him 7. Up to midfield. Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got 1 there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Running left, here's Patterson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
On second down, it's Pollard. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 1. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop again with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Third down, here's Patterson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Looking to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. A shotgun hit. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now Pollard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Here's 2nd and 8. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Mounties take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to win.
Definitely going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this will be a Falcons first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They go back to Pollard on second down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And he hits the upland, but it carries in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. Also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. Toronto's offense ready to take over. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll look to throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here's Tressway now. as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Trying to run forward with Pollard. They find some open field here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Pollard again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
A handoff for Patterson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Falcons say how they do. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon team. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is down to 2. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football. We witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then running it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. They come up to the line now facing a 4th and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame. Hope he can scatter some bodies.
Here's Tressway now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They're going to look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now Patterson to start the drive.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Patterson on the draw.
Oh, what a move. And able to use his blockers to get this up.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They'll run left with Pollard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Pollard going to try the right side. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here we go, set.
Second and 13. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. So possession goes over here on the punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They run the jet sweep. Dotson. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Back to throw here. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I know just sack after sack happened, but somehow they're still running in the game. I expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
We can do this, offense! Take some good plays today. I believe in you, offense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post. They have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So that Charles on a season long right there.
And you know he's really excited about that. The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Taking it about the 1 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Left side to Lamb. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Pushes him over. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah,
absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Going to run again here with Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. 2nd and 11. Run for Pollard. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Atlanta, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.